Welcome to the Gadget 360 show. We continue with our shows, which are taking a look at everything that was amazing in 2021. But this is show 2. We'll take a look at some categories in 2021, the best of the best, with an incredible panel that is joining me again from last week. But we'll also now look into the future. What to expect in 2022? What is really going to be the game changer technology, a brand they're looking forward to, a particular category of devices, or a product that they personally are looking forward to. So please welcome my panel back again, which magically all of us have gone back and worn the exact same clothes that we were wearing last week. Please welcome Nishant, Ali, and Irshad. Thank you so much for joining me again. And I'm going to dive right into this straight away with the first one. I'm going to start off with a category which I think was very interesting in 2021. More of these came out than any other product, I think, and that is TWS earbuds. Let's talk about budget category in this, and I'm going to start off with you, Irshad. Budget, should we make this simple? Under 5,000?
Yes, under 5,000. Sounds good.
Okay.
Yeah. So my pick, Rajiv, for the best budget earbuds under 5,000, and Realme has been doing a fantastic job with these. The Realme Buds Air 2, I think it got ANC, like Ali mentioned last week about how ANC has been democratized now, and it's invading the budget category. I think they were doing it first, apart from Oppo. So I think that the Realme Buds Air 2 is my pick because it's a fantastic value at about $3,500. You really cannot go wrong with it. I would recommend it to many people. Many people have picked it up. They like it. The way Realme is actually doing their Link app and the app integration is also very, very good. It's surprisingly good. It's almost premium level integration. So I really like that, you can change the controls to your liking. So it's great. I mean, the Buds Air 2 would be my one single pick for.
Okay, so if I was to say that a person comes to you and says, I have a little bit more money between Nothing Ear 1 and Realme, which one would you recommend?
I would go for the Nothing Ear 1 primarily because it looks beautiful. I have no doubt about that. But unfortunately, the Nothing, while it was priced at a good $6,000, now it's gone up, I presume. Again, the issue of, the global chip shortage and all these things and, all of that affecting. And I think they did mention that it's going to be more expensive after the initial sales.
Yeah, so they did say that. Yes, correct. Yeah.
Right. It is like
the black or the transparent?
I'm a big fan of black.
All right. Ali, TWS earbud under 5,000 rupees, your pick.
I would also go with a Realme headset, but not the same one that Irshad picked. I thought the Realme Buds Q2 was a better pick.
Okay.
It's a little bit more affordable. It's under 2,500 rupees. It also has active noise cancellation. It looks a lot better than the Realme Buds Air 2, in my opinion, because of the shiny touchpad on the outside. And it does, in my opinion, practically everything that the Realme Buds Air 2 does, but at a slightly lower price. So I would say that the Realme Buds Q2 is my pick for the budget TWS segment.
Okay, great choices out there. Nishant, is this something you even want to talk about? Because usually anything under a certain budget, you have no.
There is nothing to talk about. There is nothing to talk about. Yeah, but I mean, there's a hint over there. But yeah, again, if you really want to enjoy your music, I really think that people should extend their budget by one or maybe $1.5 and really upgrade themselves to the Nothing Ear, because for that price, which is slightly under 6,000, I think it's a fantastic value for money product. Looks great, very well engineered, really thought out product, including the app integration as well. It just looks very slick. It looks very Apple-esque, which is no surprise because Carl P has always been a fan of Apple and a fanboy himself. But he's done a very good job of trying to replicate what Apple was 15 years ago when the first iPod came out, and he's tried to distill it with his own personal style.
Okay, but Rajiv, I want to mention that Jabra's Elite Active 65T routinely goes for under 5,000. So when
it's a price drop that takes it out there. Of course, it doesn't qualify otherwise. But you're totally right. I was about to come to that. There are many that I would recommend, and that would be one of the best ones. It usually sells under 5, and I would say somebody that has a budget of around 5, I think that is an incredible deal, right?
Yeah, absolutely, completely agree.
All right, let's go super premium. If money is no object, you would buy the
Samsung Galaxy Buds Pro. Ali and I have these conversations constantly. We are huge audiophiles, right? So for me, 80% of any purchase decision should purely be based on sound quality. And the Galaxy Buds Pro, the fact that they have Harman under their wing and they use the Harman curve. It's a little technical term, but for their tuning, and it just sounds spacious, airy, and fantastic. I don't really care about the noise cancelling, but when you put those in, they sound as good as a pair of proper wired earphones. And you know that wired earphones generally, sound better than, wireless
way better,
options,
right?
way better than in that same price range. So they actually do come very close to a pair of good IEMs by reputed audiophile brands, and I really think that the Galaxy Buds Pro is my pick. I know that the Sony does a better noise cancellation, yes. AirPods does fantastic connectivity, yes. But when it comes to pure sound quality, it has to be the Galaxy Buds Pro for me.
Okay, Ali, I don't think you're going to differ, right?
I don't completely differ. I definitely agree that the Galaxy Buds Pro is one of the better sounding headsets that launched this year. But in my opinion, I think the Galaxy Buds 2 is a better pick simply because it costs a little bit less. It has all of those same features and it fits a lot better. I mean, I definitely had a few fit.
But do you think the sound signature is also as good?
It's as good. It's maybe just a hint, 5% less in my opinion, but okay. It's practically there. The reason that I like the Galaxy Buds 2 so much is because they fit a lot better. They're a lot more comfortable to wear over long periods of time, which is an issue that I had with the Galaxy Buds Pro.
Now let's go on to a best premium wearable. So again, a wearable that could be a great bang for buck is something you can also talk about, but best premium wearable. And I know that in our wearables market, more or less, we're going to end up with, fitness bands and smartwatches, but let's start with you, Irshad.
Okay, so wearables, I'm a little bit on the Apple side, and you cannot go wrong with the Apple Watch Series 7 or even the last year's SE. I mean, basically, if you're looking for something in a budget, but the Series 7, fantastic.
So, hand on your heart, Irshad, would you recommend the 7?
I mean, that's a good question.
And for what reason? And I'd like only one reason.
I mean, I would. Okay, so here's the thing, right? I mean, if you don't own a 6, yes, of course. Then if you're on a Series 5, then the 7 makes a good. But if you own a 6, then it doesn't really make sense. This is purely for anybody who's coming new into the ecosystem. Obviously, it makes sense to pick up the Series 7 because again,
why not the 6 at a slightly cheaper price?
I don't know if it's available yet. I think that's generally what Apple does. That
only the SE and the 7.
And the 7, are available. So you can only pick up the 7. You can't even pick up the 6. So Apple does that very smartly. I think they played very smart with that whole bit. But if you're talking about budget, category, then I would say that the Honor Band 6 was a real surprise.
Incredible. What an incredible device. What a price.
Yeah. It was very good. And the sleep tracking is unmatched. Even Apple can't match it. That's something that we've had long discussions about why Apple is not able to do that, or many others. Even, I think that the sleep tracking on the Honor Band 6 is fantastic. I think that the Honor Band 6 was a very, very good.
Okay. Ali?
I have to agree with Irshad, and I'm not going to go into too many details. He's covered it. Apple Watch Series 7 is the best premium wearable this year. In the budget segment, I have a different idea. I actually reviewed the Realme Watch 2 Pro, which I thought was really, really good for under 5,000 rupees. It's got GPS connectivity, which is
GPS under 5,000 is quite a remarkable thing to throw in, and still doesn't have a disastrous battery life. So that's a good thing with the GPS also. Under 5,000, that's quite a feat to carry off. Absolutely. Great one out there. Ali, anything else on that?
I think the Honor Band 6 was also a pretty good pick, but I would give the Realme my recommendation simply because of that GPS connectivity.
Okay, all right. Nishant?
Yeah, I think I would agree with Ali on the budget part. The Realme, there is also something that I really liked as a review device that I had this year was the OnePlus, the Harry Potter edition. I mean, at first I was skeptical because it just seemed like another marketing angle to it, but it is superbly built. It's brilliant in terms of design, the comfort. In fact, I was wearing the Apple Watch S7 on one hand and the Harry Potter edition on one hand. The Harry Potter actually felt a lot more comfortable on many occasions. And it actually goes with a lot more attire as well. It just looks a bit more formal. But in terms of functionality, usability, of course, the Apple Watch S7, especially like I said earlier, with the face mask, if you have an iPhone, it was the best way to unlock your phone without, fumbling around, removing the mask or entering the passcode. And just the amount of things you can do if you are embedded into the Apple ecosystem, the watch really comes into its own. The more Apple devices you have in your ecosystem, the more it presents itself as a use case scenario.
Yeah.
Okay, no, I agree. I think all of these have been great. I think one of the categories that really stood out in 2021 was the wearable market. I wouldn't have recommended anything under 10,000 the previous year, and this year I could, and there was a flood of them that were looking fantastic, both budget and premium. But let's move on now to a very interesting one. Let's name our most innovative gadget of 2021.
For me, I don't know whether it was 2021 again, but the Amazon, the Echo Show 10 with the rotating screen, that really made a lot.
Totally 2021. All right, Ali, most innovative gadget of the year.
Definitely the Echo Show 10. I have to agree with Nishant on that. Purely because that moving camera gives it so much more versatility. You can use it as a security camera for your home. I often see my 3-year-old daughter glued to the screen watching her videos, and she doesn't kind of have to turn because the screen is following her gaze. So for those reasons, I think that's something that is basic innovation, but it's turned out to be so useful.
So let me understand this. You and Nishant think that the greatest innovation of the year was the fact that a screen can turn with you. That
says more
the most
about
innovative product.
That says more about
of the year.
Lack of innovation and everything else than about. I mean, like I feel like we haven't done much in 2021 if a moving camera and screen is our topic for.
Yeah, I mean, Irshad, rescue the industry, man.
I can't do much. They're absolutely right. Especially if you look at even smartphones, right? I mean, foldables have been existing for past 3 years, and there's really nothing stand out. But there's this one monitor that Samsung launched, a 49-inch curved screen, the Odyssey G9. I mean, it's not even innovation per se, but it is something that's never been made before, and gamers were really enamored by it. But yeah, it's been such a thanda year for innovation.
You know what? I mean, if you want to not talk about innovation but just evolution, I think portable projectors have really seen a lot of improvement, and I think they've really leapfrogged everything.
Nishant, what's the market for portable projectors? I know that brands are very excited. I know you are absolutely like a cat on a hot tin roof on portable. What's the use case for it? Who's buying it?
For a lot of people who live on rent, especially in cities like Bombay, Delhi, Bangalore, especially single people or even people with kids who want to, because the fundamental benefit of having even a small projector is that you or your child is not exposed to direct light, to direct blue light.
So you really think that people have reached that maturity to say कि चलो एक छोटा projector खरीदते हैं क्योंकि हमारी आंखें और हमारे बच्चों की आंखें थोड़ी सी better हो जाएंगी. You believe that maturity has come?
I don't believe that it's come already, but that is the way that they should be marketed, because that is really a great use case scenario. They don't need a screen per se. You can directly project on a white wall on any empty portion of your living room. Basically, they are basically the size of a hockey puck. Very convenient to use, and the picture quality has improved by exponentially. In fact, now most of them have 4K support. You can actually get a full HD 1080p picture. Sound is great, in fact, because most of them have partnered with either Harman Kardon or their own sub brands for audio as well. So I think portable projector has really evolved as a category. It's not taken off as a category. Like I said, it's not an innovation in that sense, but it's a true evolution.
All right, let's move on now to biggest expectations from 2022. I'll have 3 different parts to it, but the first one is going to be the biggest expectations in terms of tech, something you really wish would happen in 2022. I'll come with you again, Nishant, with you.
Well, we spoke about the innovation of 2021 being the Amazon Echo Show 10 with the rotating screen, and I think for 2022 we have the Amazon Astro, which has already been showcased at the Amazon event last year. I don't know how promising it is in terms of the use cases for a typical domestic application, but for security reasons, to fetch my beer from the fridge, it really looks very promising. But more than anything else, I mean, jokes apart, I think what really will drive the industry forward in terms of, being a cauldron of technology would be, again, cars. I mean, they are becoming the hotbed for a lot of new technologies and being the catalyst. So for EVs, for example, we have technologies like 5G for the connected car technology, cars talking to other cars. There is LiDAR, which is, seeing huge progress within the automotive environment, again, for safety reasons. There are tons of things that, sustainability, in fact, in terms of the materials being used inside the car environment. So I think the automotive environment is becoming quite a hotbed for being a catalyst for new technology.
All right. Okay. So biggest expectation, Irshad.
So, major expectation would be to see 5G happen in India finally. Maybe it becomes a reality so that at least I can try that, that 1 Gbps speed that they claim. Obviously, that's not going to happen because MMA is not there. But, I just want to see the fast speeds on the 5G phones that I have in my hand right now, and I really cannot use. So that's definitely going to be my biggest expectation for 2022. Let's see if that, turns into a reality.
So you're not making the launch of Tesla or any of these some of your other big expectations?
I'm not a huge car fan.
Okay, all right.
I'm purely tech.
So not the Tesla phone in India?
Is there a Tesla phone? Is that actually happening?
No, it's a rumor.
There is a Tesla whistle.
Oh yeah, I saw that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like Ali, biggest expectation from 2022.
So apart from 5G mobile connectivity that Irshad mentioned, I also am looking forward to satellite-based internet connectivity, as Elon Musk has been pitching with his Starlink project. If we can eventually get into that field, it will solve a lot of the remote connectivity issues.
So now I'm going to pin you down to one device. It could be the next generation of something. It could be something that you've heard, which is a big rumor, and you hope that comes true. I'm going to start off with you, Irshad. One device that you absolutely and totally cannot wait for it to happen in 2022 has to be a specific device.
Actually looking forward to the iPhone 14 Pro series, primarily because of what Nishant mentioned earlier. And the rumors seem to be very strong on the fact that the notch is going away, because that's notch is something that even I cannot handle. And I think that it's high time that, it moves away. Yes, it becomes a part of your peripheral vision and you don't care about it. But if it's not there, it's even better, right? I mean, I want to see what Apple can do with the under display camera technology, how it will move its sensors used for Face ID, which will be very interesting to see, because obviously there'll be a lot of tech involved over there. And to see Apple explain all of those things would be really fun, because Apple events, let's face it, are the best tech events out there. There's so much fun to watch. They're so well executed. Everybody tries to, ape it, but nobody comes even close to that. So it'll be fun to see what they do with the iPhone 14 Pro next year, because there is definitely a lot expected on that front.
Absolutely. All right. So Nishant, a device.
Apple glasses, because again, there have been very strong rumors of Apple trying to work on perfecting the art of wearing AR glasses around your head, which a lot of other brands, even with the wherewithal they have, like Google or Amazon or who have you, have tried and failed. So I really want to see what Apple does, with all its might and resources, and whether Apple glasses really live up to the AR promise that we have been promised since the last so many years.
Okay, so great. So we've got 2 for Apple. Ali, let's break that. Three strikes and I'm out.
Sorry?
I said 3 strikes and I'm out.
No, I'm not going to say Apple this time. I want to see small screen OLED TVs. I want to see a 43-inch OLED TV coming in 2022. I'd like to hope that LG can get there. They're already there with the 48CX, which launched in 2021. Just get the screens a little bit smaller. That will also make them a bit more affordable. Maybe we can see OLED TVs at under 1 lakh rupees as a result. But that is what I'd like to see in 2022, a 43-inch OLED TV.
Okay, great. So great choices out there. For me, it's basically all the things that did not release in 2021. If they come out in 2022, I will be a very, very thrilled human being, because there's just so much missing in the ecosystem. Everything that I was really waiting for in 2021, I think, in 2022. Thank you, Irshad. Thank you, Nishant. Thank you, Ali, for joining us. It's been fantastic spending these 2 weeks doing these 2 shows with you, all 3 of you. It's been very interesting to see that 2021, despite all the hiccups, did really do quite well. May not be the most innovative year, but we still had a great amount of tech that matured. and really helped us through some very, very trying times. And thank you to everybody in the audience that's been with us for these two shows, our specials. We will be back to regular programming from next week, but I think I can declare it right now. 2022. Our expectations are sky high, and I have a feeling that it's not only going to live up, it's going to surpass all our expectations. And that's exactly what we'll bring you every single week of this year. See you on all those shows.